The Oni of For Honor, Shugoki puts the heavy in heavy class. The sumo wrestling hobbyist has seen a lot of changes since 2017, and even recently was featured in back-to-back testing grounds. With plenty of health and hyper armor, excellent barter skills, and more, Shugoki is one of the strongest heroes in For Honor right now. Shugoki has a very short and simple moveset, but that's all the big man needs. He can begin chains by attacking with a heavy, dash heavy, sprinting heavy, zone attack, or an enhanced light attack. With his light attacks being enhanced, you need to parry whatever opener he throws in order to shut him down. This is especially difficult as Shugoki's heavies can be variably timed and even charged. Charged heavies become unblockable and deal more damage, but end a chain. Oh, I'll just interrupt him then, you think as Shugoki laughs in hyper armor on all of his heavies and his zone attack. The hyper armor activates sooner on regular heavies than charged heavies. After any opener, Shugoki can throw a headbutt that deals 10 direct damage. He can even headbutt on whiff, beating dodges to guard break. Shugoki can also dodge or dash into a headbutt. Both an opener or a headbutt, even if the headbutt whiffs, can be followed up with a chargeable heavy finisher. Like a neutral heavy, charged finisher heavies become unblockable and deal more damage. The tracking on Shugoki's side heavies is really good and can catch opponents dodging early expecting a headbutt, which is probably why they deal less damage than top heavies despite being the exact same speed. Many people such as myself struggle against Shugoki and roll away from his chargeable heavy mix-ups. To combat this, Shugoki's dash heavy is a decent roll catcher that chains, keeping the opponent on the defense. Shugoki's zone comes out of the right and becomes hyper armored faster than any of his other moves, making it an excellent tool for trading at the cost of 60 stamina. On guard breaks, Shugoki can relax with a nice game of golf. Shugo's high health pool and hyper armor make him a champ at holding a point in team modes. Add in threatening heavies with wide hitboxes, and you've got a solid hero to pick in fours, and we haven't even talked about 2 other parts of his kit. Moving backwards and hitting guard break will let Shugoki rush in for a hug. This move is rather easy to deal with in duels, as dodging it guarantees a guard break, but in team game modes, it's easier to set up and prevents opponents from activating revenge.
My back!
If Demon's Embrace lands, it deals 20 damage to an opponent and heals 10 HP on Shugoki, as well as fully restoring both players' stamina. Shugoki can be interrupted both by enemies and allies during this, so allies should wait until the back is broken before jumping in, but they rarely do.
Come on, man!
You can also perform a hug by pressing guard break after throwing. This also works on minions as a slow way to recover stamina and 10 HP. Shugoki is also the fastest man alive. Double tapping sprint increases your speed at the cost of stamina. There was a glitch that let you do it while out of stamina, confirming my theory that Shugoki is in fact Dead by Daylight's Oni, but it's since been patched. For max punishes, off a heavy parry, Shugoki can light or zone for higher damage and more stamina, and he gets a heavy or Demon's Embrace off a light parry. Guard breaks guarantee Demon Ball, but if you shoot an enemy into a wall, you can follow up with Demon's Embrace or a left heavy. Wall splats net Shugo a heavy or Demon's Embrace, but you can get a charged heavy in the same direction as your guard if you are as far away as possible. In 4v4s, if you activated the funny knockdown feat, your parry punish becomes zone into charged top heavy. Since this also works on throws, you can light into charged top heavy and throw another heavy. You could charge the second heavy, however there is the tiniest window for it to be parried. If it lands, it will knock down the opponent again though. When an opponent is out of stamina or you're in revenge, Shugoki has a few options. On parries, you can light or zone into a charged top heavy. However, you have to delay the punish ever so slightly or else the heavy won't stagger the opponent on wake up, meaning you can get guard broken. If you're low on health, you can light, then hug. And if you want chain pressure, you can dash heavy, headbutt, and begin your finisher heavy. For throws, you can light into charged top heavy, or dash heavy and headbutt for chain pressure. When you activate Revenge, if you buffer a zone and charge a top heavy, you do get a lot of damage. However, if I didn't kill this bot, they could have guard broken me on wake up. The safer option is to buffer your zone into a regular side heavy. I like Shugoki's fashion. The heavy armored look and demon masks give him an intimidating look to match his abilities. Shugoki's ornaments go on his head, and you can actually see the material colors change on him, unlike most of the other samurai. Because I'm me, here's my obligatory Shrekgoki, Defender of Swamps. Shugo has a mix of defensive and assist perks. Remedy, Bastion, Feline Agility, Vengeful Barrier, Last Stand, Bulk Up, and Rising Dawn. With these perks, you could choose between making Shugoki an immovable object with Bastion, Bulk Up, and Vengeful Barrier, or a combat medic with Feline Agility, Rising Dawn, and the feat Speed Revive. Speaking of feats, in 4v4s, Shugo's feats are as follows. In Tier 1, he has Speed Revive, Iron Lungs, and Throw Farther. Speed Revive makes you revive faster. Iron Lungs lets you sprint and recover stamina when you go out of stamina. Throw Farther throws opponents 50% farther. It sounds great on paper and is good for confirming Demon's Embrace or ledge kills, however, it does ruin a couple of your out of stamina punishes.
Amazing.
In Tier 2, Shugo has Short Tempered, Smoke Bomb, and Juggernaut. Short Tempered is the feat that replaced Rocksteady and gives you a damage boost after taking damage. This makes Shugoki trade even more efficiently. Smoke Bomb covers the area in a cloud of smoke and prevents opponents from locking on, reviving, or capturing a point while standing in the smoke. Of all the feats, this is most likely the next one to be reworked or changed. Juggernaut gives you a 50% damage reduction, uninterruptible property, and the greatest feat alive, Slippery, for 10 seconds. This is at the cost of being unable to sprint and quite literally moving at a snail's pace. In Tier 3, there's Punch Through, Longbow, and Hard to Kill. Punch Through is a passive that doubles Shugoki's chip damage when someone blocks an attack. Shugoki currently has the fastest longbow in Heathmoor and can outshoot any who oppose him. Hard to Kill makes you slightly harder to kill with a 30% damage reduction when below 50 HP. Finally, in Tier 4, there's Staggering Blow, Regenerate, and Arrow Storm. Staggering Blow lets any heavy, zone, or throw knock enemies and allies down for a whole 45 seconds. On top of giving him a 52 damage parry punish, it has great synergy with allies. Regenerate lets you recover HP when not sprinting or in combat. And Arrow Storm is a mediocre AoE that calls down volleys of arrows. Shugoki has some feats that you could swap out, but there are some that are outright musts. Staggering Blow and Longbow blow the other options in Tier 3 and 4 out of the water, although I will admit, Punch Through is still pretty good. I personally use Speed Revive in Tier 1, however you may prefer Iron Lungs for more mobility. Smoke Bomb is a great Tier 2, there's no denying that. However, Juggernaut makes Shugoki even more efficient at holding a point, and Short Tempered is also really good since you likely will be trading, especially in team fights. So really, Tier 2 is up to your preference. Shugoki hits like a runaway train and is just as difficult to stop. With chains ending in heavies, Shugoki constantly has frame advantage, and combined with an abundance of hyper armor, large health pool, a defensive bash, and more, it always feels like he controls the pace of a fight. Heroes that lack a dodge attack or quick bash will struggle immensely against Shugo. If you want a hero that really embodies the traditional heavy archetype, definitely try the Fat Man. I'd like to thank you for watching, thank Master James and Hashtag for their awesome help on this video once again, and thank my Patreon supporters who help make these videos possible, especially Swekles, Kyle, and Shadow. Some of this was streamed live on Twitch, so follow me there to see those clips first, and of course subscribe here for more.
No, I missed this knife. No, I got it.
Have a good one, and I will see you in the next stream and video.